Hello everyone, welcome to Pure Food Fridays. So this is the scene of lemons that I just grated and got juice from for today's recipe. Hi there, Aya. Hi, Bobby and April. Hi there. Let's go to this part of the kitchen. Thank you, Bobby, for sharing. And Brittany, right? Brittany, thank you. Let's see. It's still morning for me, but good afternoon to you, Strong Warrior. Hi, Teresa. How's your blog going, Brittany? Let's get this over to where we're going to be cooking. Almost 4 in the morning. Oh my goodness, I hope you were going to be awake anyway. That's really dedication if you stayed up to watch this. Oh, that's wonderful, Brittany. Yay. Cooking good fresh foods. Fresh foods. All right, I hope it's not going to be one of those days. So this is my mom's apron. I thought I would wear it since I needed an apron because I'm going over to Danica's set to meet her for her lunch after this, and I don't want to get. I am not an actress. No, I am not. Oh, okay, cool, Aya. Thank you, Ms. JD Blue, for sharing and inviting your followers, and thank you guys for the hearts. We're going to do a drawing today. Pretty much based on the hearts because it was, I'm a little kind of, behind, lagging here, but it was for the 150,000 hearts. Now I'm up over 2,000 thanks to you guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you like my clock. Someone complained about my clock. Well, they didn't complain, but when I turned the camera the other way, they were like, oh, we don't have to look at the clock. Hi, Holly. I'm a meditation teacher. I teach, I'm certified to teach primordial sound meditation. Been doing that since 1998 and certified by Dr. Deepak Chopra in the Chopra Center. I am not Grammy. Grammy is what all the sorry for turning this. I want to turn my sound off. I just noted, something came in that reminded me. So we're going to do my mother's recipe, which my mom always cooked, baked for special occasions, and it's Portuguese sweetbread. And for Easter, she would make them, oh, thank you, whoever just said that, Jimmy something. So we're going to do this Portuguese sweetbread, and I can't get caught up chatting because everything is timed on this, right? When you're baby, while you're getting the sugar out and all your other ingredients, so it can cool down. You don't want to pour in hot butter. All right, and then we're going to put in a teaspoon of salt. I use Himalayan sea salt. I stay away from table salt. Whether you think the sea salts or the Himalayan salts have more nutrients or not, they still don't have like the anti-caking agents and they're not chemically processed. So you don't have that bad stuff mixed in with the salt. It's a pure salt. And then 2 tablespoons of lemon rind. And 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now this is how I did the lemon rind. Took about 6 small lemons like this, and these are small. I put them too close to the camera, they look huge. But 6 small lemons like this. If I'd been a little more precise, I might have been able to do it with 5 lemons, but it took 6. And then you just grate just the color off. You don't want any of the white stuff because that'll make it bitter. All right, now, so we have those getting mixed together. And now I'm going to take, let me lower this a little bit. going to make a mixture of flour here because I want to do, you want to have about 7 cups of flour handy. You might not use it all. You probably won't use it all, but you want to have that much just in case. So I'm going to make a mixture here of whole grain kamut and white kamut. The original recipe called for all white wheat. And in later years, my mom, she started putting in whole wheat also. And this will be 4 cups. So I'm sifting it together so it's already mixed. I'm doing a ratio of 1/4 whole to 3/4 white. I'll just do that much for now. All right, and now this is pretty well mixed. So I'm going to go to the oven and get the yeast mixture. So here's the cover, and I don't know if you can see this. See, it's all foamy. Can you tell how foamy that is? Smells good. Smells like bread, even though it's not bread yet. So we're going to add this, every bit of it, because this is what's going to cause our bread to rise. So we get it in here. This is the milk, yeast, and sugar that I talked about earlier. And those 2 tablespoons of sugar, they're probably all eaten up by the yeast by now, right? Because that's how it rises. And now on low, I'm going to mix these together. When you make this recipe, you're going to want to dedicate a whole day to it. You won't be working on it the whole day, but it takes about 10 hours from the moment you begin until you can, the bread is baked, cool down, you can wrap it up and put it away. Okay, so this is nicely stirred. Now I'm going to start putting flour in. And this, you have to just go by how it looks. You just keep putting flour in until it becomes a dough. So I'm starting off with 4 cups. Now I'm going to sift together a bit more flour here. Well, this is almost there. And I'll show you in a second how it looks. I'll show you right now where it's at right now. Let's see if you can see that. You see? So it's looking still pretty goopy. Add a little more flour. What do you think so far? No comments today, huh? You guys are all, either that or it's just not showing up for me. I don't see any hearts or any comments. So I hope you got, well, I can see that you there, but no hearts or comments on my side. I wonder if that's a Periscope glitch? Oh no, because I really like talking with you guys. Well, again, because of the timing on this, I can't really stop and start over. Oh, it looks like I'm going to use... Okay, so can you hear that? How it's starting to have some resistance? course, you can do all this by hand too, if you're so inclined. I'm going to take this in so you can see how, you see how it's moving, but it's not real liquidy or anything. So it's becoming more of a dough and less of a batter. So what I'm going to do now is get all of this off of this instrument. And now at this point, my mother, bless her heart, until she was in her 90s, which is, I think she was about 94 or 95 the last time she made this recipe. And at this point, you knead it by hand for 15 minutes, which she always did. You know, I mean, dough hooks and all that were around, but she still kneaded it by hand. Probably why she was so strong. One of the reasons she used her body, her muscles, her hands to do work. All right. Pardon my arm. So now I'm going to put the dough hook on. Yeah, I have a feeling Periscope isn't letting me see you guys. All right, so now I'm going to put this on. Oh, first, let me scrape it down here. So it's all down in the bowl. Much better. And now this is going to go for 15 minutes. We're not going to stand here for 15 minutes though. Never fear. Can you imagine though if we were over here doing it by hand, kneading it by hand? I've done it. And the other day was the first time I used the dough hook, and I'm like, oh my goodness, why didn't I do this sooner? So this goes for, here, actually I'll move away from the sound a little bit. This goes for 15 minutes. And then you cover it with a cloth, put it in that warm place for 3 hours. At the end of 3 hours, you bring it out, punch it down, put it back for 2 more hours. And then you bring it back out again, punch it down, and then that's when you form it into into whatever form you want to bake it in. And I do have, hold on, let me get it out of the oven. I kept some dough from the other day when I did my Kamut experiment. And where's, okay, so I've got my baking pan. I put a little bit of ghee on it. I've got my dough. Gonna punch it down. Punch, punch, punch. And it's a bit sticky. That's okay. Anytime it's sticky, where did my flour bowl go? Oh, here it is. You just get a little bit of flour on your hands. You just coat your hands. Because you don't want to add a lot of flour, because then the bread will end up being dry. So here it is. Bring you down here. Sorry, my hand. So this is kind of like kneading it. Now I'm going to take, if I were going to make rolls with this, I would take about this much dough. So it's about, I don't know, smaller, larger than a golf ball, smaller than a tennis ball. And just roll it and then put it on the pan. Now for the Easter part, you do something a little more like this. And you can do it any way you want, but this is the way I did it the other day. So, and then you just kind of curl it around. And then, hard-boiled egg, which is, you don't want it to be cold from the refrigerator. You also don't want it to be hot from just cooking it. So this is something you think ahead to do your eggs, your hard-boiled egg. Putting it with the dough. So I'm forming a bit of a basket, and then bringing one little thing over. Or you can do two, whichever way you want to do it. Okay, so it looks like that. Now after you do this part, you cover it, put it back, and let it rise for 2 more hours. Then preheat your oven, not the same oven, or bring the stuff out of the oven and keep it warm. You can just put another towel over it because it just has to stay out long enough to heat the oven to 350. Put them in and you just bake them for 15 minutes. Start with 15 minutes and then, where did I put the finished? Oh, they're right here. Okay, and then this is what they end up looking like. Now, I think I cooked these a little bit too long. I like it when they're more this color. You know, more of the lighter brown. See, the top here got a little bit dark. But this is what you end up with. Pretty good, huh? I took a roll like this over to Danica's the other night. I went over for dinner and I sliced it into pieces for everyone to sample. It was the first time that Draco had ever had this bread, which of course means a lot to me because it's so much a part of my childhood and my family traditions. And he loved it. He loved it. And I've never seen him react that way to food. And he likes food and everything, but he was just like, and you remember he's only 5 years old, but he was just so emotional when he said, "This is the best bread I have ever eaten in my whole life." So that was a great moment. Let me show you how this is looking already. You see that? Can you see in there? So it's getting more and more elastic, and yeah. And when you take it from the bowl, just like when I took this stuff from the bowl, it's going to be kind of sticky. You just flour your hands. The way I did is you bring it out and then sort of mold it, and then you put it right back in the same bowl. You don't have to get another bowl dirty. You put it right back in the same bowl, cover it, and put it in your warm place. Alrighty, so I wonder if let's see, if I play with, oh, okay, oh, there you are. Okay, I'm seeing hearts now. Somebody say hello. Let me know you're there. Again, I know you're there. Hi, Bobby. So I don't know, did anyone ask any questions I didn't answer because I could not see the chat? It looks like it was me. It looks like I hit it without meaning to. I don't know when I did that, but who's first time here? Where's something? Well, I hope you come back. Follow me and join us on Tuesdays when we talk about mindfulness and we meditate together for a couple minutes. I will absolutely be putting the recipe up. Absolutely. I can show you briefly from my mother's, our little cookbook that we put together. But there's a few changes. You know, my mom did stuff like, she didn't put in as much lemon juice as she actually used, because she thought other people might not like it as tart. And what we want, oh, thank you, Holly. What we want is, I mean, you know, what all of us in the family wanted was the food to come out the way she made it. So, all right, so I have this bag, and I've got 10 names in here. These I got from Full Scope. You know what, let me get away from this so I don't have to yell. Let's come over here. Better, huh? How warm a place is needed? About 100 degrees. And I use thermometers for this. Now, my mother made bread of one kind or another so frequently, she could just, you know, like, to figure out, my mother made this probably back in the 1920s or 30s or something. She did all of the embroidery work, and I mean, it's pretty roughly made, but she, you know, there's more embroidery at the bottom. Cute stuff. And it's like real old-fashioned. I'm gonna, you know what, this was probably made from a flour sack. When she was young, they didn't go to the store and get a bag of flour. They got like a sack of flour. and because they baked everything themselves. They didn't go to the store and buy baked goods. Everything was home done. And then when the sack was empty, they made dishcloths out of them. They made aprons out of them. So, and the feel of this is that sort of a coarse thing. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Wearing this, yes. So I was saying about this. I went to Full Scope and looked, and I looked at what they call engagement, total engagement, which is how often, how long you stay in a scope, how many hearts you give, how often you chat, you make comments. There's something else. The hearts. Anyway, hi there, Annie. Yes, the same as what Danica does. Yes, and I actually did this last week, and I put together whatever day I mentioned. I think it was a Tuesday, probably a week ago Tuesday, that I was going to do this. I went that same day and I looked at that day and the previous 2 scopes. So I put 3 scopes together, and this includes replays too, because Full Scope captures the replays on Periscope, not the replays on Catch, which is why I like to encourage people, if they can, and they miss the live broadcast, that they can watch the replay on Periscope within the 24 hours, because then I get to see who was there, and yes, there were 6 eggs in this recipe, so it's very high. In fact, that's how the bread gets that yellow color, is from the egg yolks. So you want to use really good eggs. Oh, you know, I've had flour on me. Anyway, you want to use really good eggs. I get pasture-raised chickens, and so, you know, they're fed really healthy, and so the yolks are, I should have showed you, the yolks are, actually I can with this. I have another hard-boiled egg here, which I'll just open up, and you'll see. Can you see how she looks a little washed out to me, but they're really a brilliant, brilliant yellow, starting to border on orange. I do not raise my own chickens. I live in the city of Los Angeles. I think they would frown upon that. My aunt did, my sister did on and off. I have a niece. I don't know if she's on here today. I haven't seen, but she's Joyce Witta. They don't have chickens now, but I know at one point they did. So, yeah. And when you have chickens that are, yes, I am Portuguese. Yes, I am. When you have chickens like my aunt had, they ran around, they ate kale and everything. I mean, these yolks end up being, because the eggs also are so fresh, they end up being like orange. And that's how they're supposed to be. And I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that in the commercial egg industry that they're actually putting some kind of coloring into the feed for the chickens, so that their yolks come out looking a darker yellow, because otherwise they come out such a pale yellow. It's kind of, if you know what an egg yolk is supposed to look like, it looks kind of sickly. So again, I don't know if that's true or not. It was just something I heard from someone else who really cares about eating healthy. Our neighbors. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right, so let's do, keep tracking. Oh, I didn't set a timer. Well, I'll figure out a 15-minute timer for my dough over there. Oh, and I was going to show you for the oven, I have oven thermometers. So this is how I know that, you know, that it's warm. If it weren't warm in there, this needle would be down over here. And if I'm in a hurry, I'll preheat the oven a little bit just to kind of boost it, and then I'm also, of course, then using this to make sure it's not too warm in there. So that's that part. All right, so let's do, and I found the picture. I didn't find the exact pictures I wanted. I was looking for pictures of Danica and Crystal when they were like I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old, the pictures that they would take, drum roll, that they would take to auditions, you know, to show casting directors. The pictures I found are from when they were in their teens. Alrighty, so yes, drum roll please. Wonder who it's going to be. Miss J.D. Blue. Can we give Jade some applause? So, yay! So I'm going to see my girls for Easter. So I'll ask them then to sign the picture, and then Jade, I think we're already. Let's see. You're already following me on Twitter, I'm pretty sure. Seems to me, yeah. So just send me a, oh, I guess I have to follow you too, and then you can send me your address. Did you win a book from Danica? Might she have your address? Oh, cool, Bobby. Yay. All right, well, let me see the time. Okay, I need to get going because I don't know if Danica was ever able to tell you what she's doing today. The project, actually maybe not, maybe I shouldn't even say what company it's for. But what were the other names you asked, Marissa? She still can't say anyway. Yeah, I'm going to get over there. Cheryl Frey was a name. Kevin King. Creative 21. And by the way, there are some family, you know, like Danica and Lewis and Joyce and Aya, that, you know, people that we are either related to or are friends with. I have to acknowledge all the support they're giving me, and you know, they get like Christmas cards from us and all that other kind of stuff. So, as Danica said about me, when someone asked if I might win one of her books, she's like, she can come get a book anytime. CP Yellow Jacket. His name is Colin. Marissa Moreno. I knew you were in there, Marissa, when you asked, which is why I smiled. Sunshine for Every Day, Grace. Thank you, Warrior. Of course, D Squad Jen, Jennifer Marie. April, which is NCOT B78. That's Grace's daughter. And El Viejo. Yes. You probably all knew he'd be in here. So those were all the names. Okay, everyone. Well, I hope you have a wonderful Easter. Happy spring. You know, it is about rebirth, because it's, you know, our earth is in the process of rebirthing. It's spring. And have a wonderful, wonderful time. And thank you for joining me. And sorry I wasn't chatting with you because I didn't see your comments, but I'll do better. I'll keep doing better, right? Live and learn, hopefully. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the Easter wishes. That's really nice. Masa, is that cornmeal? Masa? Oh, I know I said I was gonna stop the broadcast, but I'm seeing your nice messages coming in. I want to stay for that. Alrighty, thank you. Oh, did you see? I only have one because I lost one, but my Easter egg earring. Okay, everyone. Bye bye. Happy Easter. Happy spring.